Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is June 19th, 2021. Happy Juneteenth to everybody if you celebrate it. It's officially a federal holiday. Those of you not familiar with Juneteenth, is the day celebrating slavery, if I'm not mistaken. And this story that I'm going to cover has a lot to do with slavery. So the Boston Celtics superstar Kemba Walker was traded yesterday to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And he gets traded for this guy, Al Horford, the 35-year-old washed-up power forward who plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Celtics, they give away this guy, who is a point guard superstar in his prime, for this guy. And all you NBA fans, you don't find that strange that the Celtics are going to trade this guy for this guy? You don't find that strange? Oh, boy. But, the reason this really happened is for one simple reason. This is another ritual, another shaming ritual. They love to shame Kemba Walker. I've made videos in the past talking about this, how they always shame Kemba around the same numbers, 42, 102, 59, Those of you familiar with the work, you should know all about those numbers, right? And if you just measure from his last birthday, notice he's 31 years old. I mean, this is a very young point guard. There's nothing wrong with him. He has no injuries. He's very healthy. Why would you trade him for Al Horford, a 35-year-old washed-up point power forward? God, none of this stuff makes sense, and it's not supposed to. But, the fans, they just see it and buy it. Don't ask any questions. But he was born May 8th, right? From May 8th to yesterday's news, it happened on the 42nd day of his age. The number that they always use to shame Kemba Walker. If you look at his career high, he had 2 career highs. I believe he had 60 points, and then he had another career high before that. I don't remember exactly how much he had. But his first career high came on Martin Luther King Day, on 18/1. And, of course, 181 is the 42nd prime number. His second career high, I think, came, if I'm not mistaken, I think it came either on Malcolm X's birthday or on something related to Malcolm X. So he had 2 spectacular games, one on MLK Day, and the other one connected to Malcolm X. And just think about how those 2 people connect to Black history. So they always shame Kemba Walker this way. This is not the first time. So he gets traded on the 42nd day of his age, and his name, Kemba Walker, in gematria sums to 102, just like the N-word and slavery. Slavery and the N-word both generate gematria values of 102 and 42. And then he gets traded for the guy who is the number 42, Al Horford, on the 42nd day of his age. The guy whose name sums to 102. This stuff is just disgusting, And then he gets traded the day before Juneteenth. And think about what they used to do with slaves. They used to trade off slaves. If you look at the history of slavery, that's what they used to do with these slaves. That's what they do with these NBA players. It's no different. It's just that now the slaves get paid a couple of dollars for their services. So sad. So some other notes, this happened on the day with 65 numerology. Oklahoma City equals 65. The name Kemba, it equates to 14 and 31, just like the term slave. And think about how this slave is 31 years old. Stuff is just really unfortunate. And it's going to continue to happen because, people see stuff like this and they don't ask any questions. Does this make any basketball sense? For those of you that think that all this stuff is just a coincidence. Just looking at it from a basketball standpoint, does this make any sense? You're going to trade off a 31-year-old superstar point guard for a washed-up 35-year-old power forward that, you gave him. This guy used to play with the Celtics and you gave him away. Now you want him back when he's older and less effective on the court? Oh, Lord. You guys take care. I'll see you next time.